What's up, players? Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not really gonna start the video like that. But today we're checking out that Witcher Omnibus Volume 1. I don't know nothing about The Witcher. I never played the game. All I did was watch the show because Henry Cavill was in it. Not watching it now. No offense, Hemsworth. Shouts out my boy, do your thing. Uh, I know your brother gets the spotlight, but we're rooting for you, big dog. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. There's 4 stories in this book, and Geralt of Rivia is back doing what he does best, fighting monsters, disassociating, brooding, pulling women that should know better not to fuck with his ass, and just, even at the end, bro, trying to be serious dad. So, if you ever thought, damn, I wish my therapist carried a silver sword, this one's for you. Stay tuned.
Hero Bishop Show. Subscribe, bruh.
Alright, man, this cover's pretty fire. Got some Hellboyish looking type of art popping off. But that ain't what we talk about. We're talking about story number 1, bruh. I like how this book's set up, too. They're like good, long fucking story arcs that ain't too long. And they wrap them up. They're like all self-contained stories. So those are pretty cool. In this one right here, man, we got Geralt stumbling into a haunted house, into a haunted not a fucking haunted house, into a haunted forest. The haunted house comes later. Into a haunted forest with a soldier named Jacob, who's basically like his trauma buddy in this one. They find this cursed mansion made of glass, literally like after they do, I said widowy, shout out to, what was that guy's name? Widowy, bro. Shout out to that dude who died, that TikToker who did that. Widowy, bro. Well, anyway, he's with this dude and they're like traveling together and he's talking about his wife getting turned into this like vampire type of fucking thing, but you find out later he's on some bullshit. Anyway, they end up in this damn like mysterious house of glass type of place, and they find another mysterious woman in there who's either a ghost or vampire, or my boy's next bad decision because Geralt be on that bullshit. Meanwhile, Jacob's dealing with the loss of his wife, who, surprise, might still be in this house. But up until that point, you can see they're just traveling through the forest together, pulling it up, getting their drink on, and fighting monsters and shit. And now here we are in the glass house. Everything in this one's layered with illusion. And the deeper they go, the less you can tell what's real and what's really going on. But my man, and let me say real quick, in the rest of the book, he pops up with the beard and shit. But I like this first story a lot because he most looks like Henry Cavill's Witcher to me in this one. He ain't got no beard and kind of the same face. I don't know if you saw the cover. And that's the only reason I started fucking with Witcher, man. So, shouts out to this. I got the other omnibus coming, so hopefully they show some damn beardless Henry Cavill style Witcher in that motherfucker. I know purists who probably played the game first are gonna be like, nah, fuck you, dog. But you know what I'm saying, bro. You know what time it is. By the end of this one, man, you realize it ain't really a haunted house story. It's a story about being trapped in your own grief. And it's about not being able to move on when you've slain every motherfucking thing around you. The art's moody as hell. The tone, it's pure like fucking, there's not a lot of light at the end of the tunnel, man. It's actually kind of a sad one, dude. You find out that this homie actually killed his wife. Spoiler alert. I've been trying to keep these more spoiler free now. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. But overall, it's a dope story. Geralt barely smiles, not even once. And honestly, that's exactly what the fuck I paid for. Creepy, tragic, and surprisingly human for a dude who kills drowners for rent money. But yeah, the first story arc, House of Glass, was pretty tight. Next story arc after that, man, Fox Children. We hop on a boat. Geralt gets bored. He doesn't rest. He sails into trauma. You know what time it is. He takes a contract to escort a guy hunting vixen spirits who supposedly stole his child, but the deeper they go down this fog-choked river, the more it feels like apocalypse now. If Colonel Kurtz was a nine-tailed fox or a half woman, half fox, as you end up seeing in this book. It turns out the so-called monsters might not be monsters at all. They're just like fucking humans that have been killing them, stealing their babies, calling it justice, hybriding, turning them motherfuckers into fox women. And Geralt's sitting there like, damn, am I even the good guy? Because fuck, man, maybe if these dudes captured the fox's baby, well, hold up, let me throw that little critique to the side. You know, Geralt is supposed to be like not passive about the shit. He's just doing it for the coin, baby. But that motherfucker always ends up having a heart and shit, or at least a little bit of a heart. Anyway, the arc's all about moral gray zones, the same place every dad hits after yelling at his kid for fucking doing the exact same shit he used to do. Even though that ain't in here. We got some, let me think. How do I put this? It's definitely a slow burn fantasy noir with a heavy conscience. And a lot of illusions, monster fighting, and fucking mystery. Visually, it's drenched in mist, as you can literally see here, and fucking muted colors, regret, and you can almost smell the damn sadness. But in the end, my boy Geralt comes out victorious. But, well, sort of. Actually, it's almost like a stalemate, if I'm being honest. But I'll let you guys read that yourself, because I'm really not trying to... I'm trying not to spoil these books anymore, man. Unless y'all just don't give a fuck. Let me know in the comments, man. Next story arc is called Killing Monsters. And this is where they change my boy Geralt into looking like video game Geralt instead of Henry Cavill Geralt. But we'll give him a pass. It's short, but it hits, man. We flash back to a younger Geralt training under Vesemir, which I guess is supposed to be a younger Geralt. That's what I'm getting from it, even though he has a beard. To me, it seems like he would be a younger Geralt in the books before, but maybe I'm wrong about that point. I don't know. But it's not about ghouls or griffins. It's about learning what kind of man you become when the world like teaches you violence is survival. They roll up in a village, caught like in a war zone. They're soldiers, bodies, way too much. We're just following fucking orders type of energy. These dudes are stealing from the locals, banging all the ladies of the night, and just taking everything for free, you know, because they're occupying the village. And I think it's the Nilfgaardian dudes, if I remember correctly. Geralt starts questioning whether monsters are born or made. Spoiler is both, bruh. Because you find out some of these fools are out here doing dirt, these soldiers, and blaming it on the motherfucking monsters. And the story's like the moment in every hero's journey when you realize your code doesn't fit the chaos you're living in. Geralt's trying to stay neutral, but as always, that motherfucker, Geralt's got a little bit of heart to him, man, and he can't always stay neutral. And Vesemir is really getting on his ass about it. He's like, hey, bruh, that ain't what we do, big dog. We ain't trying to stay neutral. It's basically a story where Vesemir and Geralt are trying to stay neutral and like in a world where motherfuckers get killed. And that's really some real life like allegory shit. If you've ever tried staying out of drama that you needed to step up and you really had to get in the drama, man. The pacing's tight, the tone's bleak, and the lessons are heavy. And I would say like sometimes killing the monster means killing a part of yourself, bro. Because this motherfucker had to change. He had to step up. And obviously there's monster killing in it. But you'll find out the fucking monsters aren't the only fucking monsters he's killing. It was a tight story, though. It was probably one of my favorite ones. Whoa. It was probably one of my favorite ones in the book. Hey, man, I'm going to get banned off YouTube if I show Yennefer popping up in his dreams trying to get it in, dog. And then the final story arc is Curse of Crows. And damn, bro, we're in a dead era. Geralt's got Ciri with him, and they're traveling, fighting monsters, trading sass like a medieval cop duo. It's actually pretty entertaining. The mission, hunt a Striga or a Striga, I don't know how to pronounce it, a cursed woman twisted into a creature of rage. I'm not gonna say, never mind. Babe, do you think most women turn into a twisted creature of rage at some point? She's gonna come out here and kick my ass. Okay, I'm just playing. I love you. Along the way, they run into corrupt officials, poverty, betrayal, and every reminder that the world sucks no matter how many swords we carry. For some reason, there's some nudity in this involving Siri. And I know she's supposed to be a grown up in this, but since I saw her at first like a little kid on the show, it's kind of like weird to me. So that's fucking weird. And this little like crow dude comes in and tries to check her out while she's naked in like a hot springs. And I'm like, what? That's fucking weird. But what makes it special is the dynamic between Geralt and Ciri. It's not just kill monsters, get coin. It's teach the kid how to live in a world that'll eat her alive. Ciri's fierce, Geralt's protective, but distant. And together they're basically the Witcher version of The Last of Us. That's what it feels like anyway. And Yennefer pops up, tries to put them on a different path because she don't want Ciri to get fucked up by this Striga that they're hunting. There's this deep, like, underlying other fucking story about love and this dude loving this chick who actually, her brother was the king and banged her and then married her, and that's what created the beast. Fucking weird, dude. And there's another little subplot in it about this, about the fucking boy who turns into a crow and his sister being this other monster. And she damn went to this battlefield, cut off these motherfuckers' flesh, ate that shit and cooked it and fed it to a whole village. And I don't know, you just have to read the book. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But this one was pretty fucking crazy. You get humor, tragedy, and probably one of the best emotional payoffs in this whole collection. The Striga storyline feels like a metaphor for redemption for both the cursed woman and Geralt himself. So yeah, I don't know, man. I thought they were all pretty good, but this one was pretty sick too. So if we're being real, I'm gonna flip to the back so you can see some of the extras. But the covers and sketches and stuff. If we're being real, not every arc hits the same, and some of the dialogue's clunky. A couple of transitions feel like kind of weird, or like they skipped some parts. These are cool covers, but it's a dark fantasy grid that makes you want to sharpen up a motherfucking sword and kill some beasts. Pretty satisfying. I like it a lot, and I have the second volume of this thing ordered. And yeah, man, fucking dope. I'm enjoying it. Literally try to wrap it up with a story that every motherfucking dad can relate to. Tired, overworked, trying to protect his people while dealing with his own demons. But in this motherfucker, it's literally demons. It's not an asshole fucking boss or some motherfucker that cuts you off on the freeway. So, final thoughts, man. It's a dope book. We got your usual monster killing and savagery, but also got a little bit of that introspective moral type of shit in here that makes you think. You know what I'm saying? If you're into haunted houses, fox women, fucking kids eating flesh and shit, and just, you know, motherfuckers who are emotionally guarded, this book's for you. Always, I appreciate you guys watching. Much love and respect. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, all that shit. Drop a comment and let me know which Witcher monster matches your toxic trait. Just playing. Peace.